Okay, I don't know why I'm so nervous. I don't know, it's been a while, but I'm gonna try my best to do this video. 5, 6, 7, 8. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you all missed me. I really did miss you guys. I haven't done YouTube in like forever. It's been such a long time. Oh my god, let me fix my phone. Hold on. I was literally so nervous, and I was taking a shower and I was like, I think it's time for you to go back in YouTube and just do the regular things that you used to do in the beginning, whatever, and just talk about things, just talk about what's been going on, what's been happening, why did I stop making YouTube videos, and therefore there you have it, I'm back. Okay guys, so one of the reasons why I stopped making YouTube, I just felt like I wasn't motivated enough to continue doing this. I was just too busy. Like I wanted to do it, but at the same time there was like another part of me that was just like, you know what, like I'm not gonna do this anymore. Like I'm done with YouTube. I'm just like I'm not built for this. I can't keep doing content for YouTube because it's just too much. Mind you, I started doing YouTube videos in the beginning of quarantine, or like midway through quarantine. So I don't know, if you go back to my videos you would see like the dates that would coordinate. Like I don't know, like my brain was like just so like fried and like scrambled that I couldn't do YouTube anymore. It was too much. I was also starting a relationship, and I don't know, I felt like I couldn't do it because I was going back and forth, like from Miami to like Jersey where he lived, and like back and forth. Like it was too much. I couldn't do it. And he would tell me, like, my husband, because yes guys, I got married, we're gonna talk about that in a little bit. He would tell me, he's like, oh my god, like you should continue doing YouTube. And I was just like, I can't, like I don't know, like I'm just like not motivated into doing it, you know. But anyways, I was in the shower and I was like, you know what, Natalie, like you need to start doing YouTube again. I don't know, like I want to keep doing YouTube. I love it. I don't know, like I feel like I get really entertained and it's something that I enjoy. And yeah, so what's been going on with me? I got married. It was pretty like out of the blue. Like we didn't plan it. It was something, how do I explain it? It was just like everything was so quick. Like I think we were just ready also. Like we've been in a relationship for like 2 years already, and we just felt like, okay, like we're in love, we care about each other, you know, our relationship is good, why not just get married? I always pictured myself being married, but at the same time, no, I don't know. It's just like there was another part of me where I was like, okay, like I'm not gonna get married. I feel like marriage is such like a scam. I think it was just like my past trauma, like with my parents, that they were married for so many years, and looking back I was just like, I'm never gonna get married. Like that's such a scam. Like I'm not gonna do it, you know. But I take it back. I ended up falling in love and we got married. We actually went to the court. We signed the papers. We had somebody come and, you know, sign us the papers so we can bring it back to the court. And it was actually a lawyer. And yeah, we're married. And I'm so happy, and I couldn't ask for more, honestly. I think marriage is something that it's hard. It really is, because it's not the same as being in a relationship with somebody than like being married to that person, because you can't just be like, okay, like we're done. No, like marriage is like you have to, like you both have to work through it. There's gonna be ups and downs. Don't get me wrong, my relationship is not perfect. We do have our ups and downs, but the most important thing about being married is that you both have to have a lot of trust and a lot of communication. I think communication is the key. I've always said this. Communication is like the key of everything in a relationship. Whether you're in a relationship or not, communication is the key, no matter what. We're here. We made it. I'm 23 and I'm married, and I couldn't ask for more. Another topic that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I felt like I wanted to leave it for another video, but I don't know. It's just, I think I'm ready to talk about this. Oh my god, my heart is going like, but it's okay to talk about this. I realized, I even like told my husband, I was like, maybe I should do a YouTube video about what happened to me, and he's like, no, like don't do it, like that's really personal. But then I was like, there's a lot of women that go through what I went through, and I'm not alone, and it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to speak about it, and just for your own sane and like your own sanity and your soul. I felt like I needed to heal first before talking about it. And I don't know, I think I'm ready to talk about it. I'm ready, and I hope that I help a lot of women out there who are going through similar situations or going through the same situation as I did. And I just wanted to let you girls know out there, there's a lot of young women out there, and even like older women. It's okay. This is a process. It takes time. You're gonna get through it. It's not the end of the world. If you're young, it's going to happen. I mean, I hope it doesn't, but unfortunately sometimes it does happen. There's like an 80% of women that go through this, and it's okay. It's okay, and we just have to stay strong, and we just gotta look forward and keep moving forward. That's all I have to say. Okay guys, so I want to talk about my miscarriage. I had a miscarriage a few months back in October. I found out that I was pregnant. And let me tell you guys that in my head, I always thought that I couldn't get pregnant that easily. Not that I couldn't get pregnant, that I couldn't get pregnant easily. That I was gonna be hard to conceive, and that I was going to struggle a lot along the way. That's the mentality that I always had in my head. I never tried it before. It never happened, thank goodness. God only knows why he does things, because my past relationships weren't great. So God only knows that he didn't want to put me in that position where I had a child with somebody that was not worth it, and that I knew that was not going to be there for me. So God only knew why he did things, and why things worked out the way that it did. I am a firm believer of God, and I know that my faith in him is so strong that I know why he did what he did. And it's okay. It's okay. I cried. I got frustrated. I was mad at myself. I was even blaming myself. There was just so many emotions going on in my head about what happened to me. And then I came to the conclusion where I was like, you know what, God, I'm gonna leave it in your hands, and whatever you decide. This was my prayer to him, and I remember that I was sitting in the toilet in my bathroom. I was like, whatever you decide, I'm gonna leave it all up to you. Just know that I do not want children that come with problems, with any type of problems, with any health problems. I do not want that. Why? Because I've seen so many mothers. My mom works with kids with special needs, and she has to work daily with mothers who struggle and deal with their children that have these type of problems, and it's honestly frustrating. And me as a mother, I do not want that. I don't want that for my kids. I don't want my kids to feel any type of pain or to suffer. I want them to be the most happiest kids in the world. I want them to be happy children. I got pregnant in October. I found out, and again, like I was saying, I never thought I was gonna get pregnant that easily, but I stopped taking my birth control pills. I wanted I was struggling. I had a lot of issues with my period for many years. I was struggling with my period, and I always thought that I couldn't get pregnant because I had irregular period. Excuse me, there's a lot of airplanes that pass by. I was like, okay, I have irregular period. I'm not gonna be I feel like I'm gonna struggle when I get pregnant. So that's the mentality I had. So back in October, I stopped taking my birth control pills. And I remember that my period had come when I stopped taking my birth control pills. My period came. I remember that we ended up going to the Hard Rock Casino, and throughout that whole menstrual cycle, I was having the worst boob pain. I was so sore, I couldn't even touch them. I told my husband, I was like, do not even think about touching them because they hurt like a bitch. They were hurting so much, but so much. I was like, what is going on? I've never, ever, during my period cycle, have had this pain in my boob areas. Like, they were just so sore. And I was doing my research because, yes, I Google everything. Every time I have like a pain, something happens to me, I always Google it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I hope I'm not the only one who does this. I was Googling it, and I have an app called Flow, and that's where I track my period cycle. And supposedly it was saying, like, a lot of women were commenting. Some of them, they were saying, oh, it's pregnancy, oh, it's period, oh, it's pregnancy, oh, it's period. And I was just like, okay, like, definitely I'm gonna cross out the pregnancy part because I'm not pregnant. I can't get pregnant that easily. Okay, like, my last choice is period. So my period came. We ended up going to the Hard Rock Casino. My entire family was like, you're pregnant. You're definitely pregnant. I was like, once my period ended, and I was like, I'm not pregnant. And they were like, you're pregnant. I was like, I'm not pregnant. I'm not pregnant. I remember my aunt would constantly tell me that. She's like, you're definitely pregnant. And I was like, no, I'm not pregnant. I took a pregnancy test. It came out negative. I did it in blood because it's more accurate when you do it in blood. Negative. And I was like, okay, whatever. Like, you see, I'm not pregnant. Hee. And I had planned to remove my wisdom teeth, which I had to stop it all due to my pregnancy. And the surgeon was like, you know that if you're pregnant, you can't remove your wisdom teeth, you know? And I was like, I definitely know that, but I already did a pregnancy test and I'm not pregnant, so that's out. And my mom's like, you're pregnant. Wait a couple of days because maybe like the egg is forming or whatever. just wait a couple of days. And I was like, okay. I waited a week or two. My boobs were still killing me, guys. They were still bothering me so freaking much. I was like, there's something going on. I don't have my period anymore, so why are they still hurting? Why can't they go away? I want them to go away. And I was like, what is going on? There's something wrong. Either I am pregnant, or I don't know, because I've never had this pain before in my entire life. So what is going on? I remember I still had my dog at the time. I don't have my dog Dior anymore. I remember that I think it was like 2 weeks later or a week later, I went outside to take my dog out here in the backyard, and I was sitting in the trampoline, and I was like praying to God. I don't know what I was praying to him about. I forgot. And I was waiting for my dog to finish doing what he had to do. And I went inside. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do one more pregnancy test. I went inside, I went to the bathroom, took the pregnancy test, and I think it wasn't clear blue. It was first response, but the one that says no negative, and the one that says, the digital one, and the one that says yes positive. I remember I was laying in the bed. I saw that it was taking so long, and I wasn't like really like minding it. I was like, you know what, whatever, it's gonna come out negative. And a couple of minutes passed, and when I saw that pregnancy test that said yes positive, I was like, there's no way. I was like, no, there has to be something wrong. Like, this is not true. I show it to my husband, and I was shaking. I was like this, holding the pregnancy test, and I was like, and I show it to him, and he's like, you're pregnant. And I was like, there's no way. There's no freaking way that I'm pregnant. I had people in my house, and I was waiting for them to go, and they were almost leaving so I can tell my mom. I had my cousin here. I had his girlfriend here. There was a lot of people here, and I didn't want to announce it to anybody, but my mom, out of the excitement, she screamed it, and I was like, this is exactly what I was trying to avoid. I was trying to avoid for her not to say anything. That's why I told her, like, secretly. I called her in the room, and I was like, I'm pregnant. And she was so happy. She was so happy. I'm gonna try not to cry while I'm saying this, because I already healed, and it's okay. Like, I still get emotional because a lot of people were happy, but there was a lot of personal things going on in my family that they were affecting me while I was pregnant. And I think the best thing to do when you're pregnant is forget about everything and everybody and just focus on you and your health and your baby. But since I was a first timer, I didn't know a lot of things, and it's okay because it happens to a lot of women out there. But now that I have the knowledge and the experience of what happened to me, I know that it's not gonna happen a second time. There was just so many emotions inside of me, my husband. There was just so many emotions. And I made an appointment with my gynecologist, and yes, I was pregnant. I remembered that I made an appointment because I couldn't wait for my second appointment. I was just so desperate, and I went to this 3D clinic like around here in my house. I did the appointment, and the egg was in the sack. Everything was fine. yada yada yada. Fast forward to another 2 weeks. I call the same place. I go to the same place. Mistake of mine. I should have not done it with anybody else but my gynecologist. I had an issue with my husband. We both got very tensed and we both got very heated, and I was just, I don't know, like I was hormonal. I was very, very like extra hormonal. And my mom, she was like, I think you have twins. And I was like, there's no way I have twins. Like, nobody in my family has twins. My husband does. His dad has had 2 daughters. One survived and the other one died, and they were twins. And I was like, there's no way I have twins. She's like, your stomach is way too big. Like, you're only like a few weeks away. Like, your stomach is really big. So I went to the clinic where I did the 3D, and my mom goes to the girl, can you please check to see if she has twins? Like, mom, like, can you not? Like, there's no way. The girl is doing the ultrasound, and she's like, yeah, Natalie, you're having twins. No, there's no freaking way. And I was like, are you for real? I didn't even say anything. I was just in the bed, like, seeing the 2 little embryos in there, and I was just like, I was shaking. So nervous. I was like, holy fuck, I'm having twins. And my husband was like, and my mom was like, I knew it. I knew you were having twins. I knew it. And everybody was so happy. I called my dad. Everybody congratulated me. And then a few weeks in, I go to the same place. Instead of going to my gyno, I go to the same place, and because I had an upsetting fight, and I go in, and the girl's like, I can't find the baby's heartbeats. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, we came last week. The girl told me that I was having twins. She heard their heartbeat. They were beating really good. They had a decent heart rate. One was a little bit more faster than the other one, but she said it was normal. And she was like, yeah, I can't find the heartbeats. And I was like, what are you talking about? You can't find the heartbeats? And she's like, yeah, I can. Look, she's looking. She doesn't find any heartbeat. I was supposed to get charged for going into that appointment. She didn't even charge me. And I was like, okay, Natalie, just calm down. You know, probably these things happen sometimes, you know, like, I don't know. I don't know. There was just so many questions going in my head, and I went to my gynecologist. They did so many tests on me. So many tests. I'm just gonna fast forward. They did so many tests. They did transvaginal, from transvaginal to doing normal ultrasound, to transvaginal to normal ultrasound. The babies had a normal size, but it didn't seem like they were growing. There's no heartbeat. And I was like, well, if there's no heartbeat, then my babies are dead. And I remember that I was just so exhausted. I was just so tired. My mom was crying so much because I know that she really wants to be a grandma, and it's gonna happen. It's not like it's not gonna happen, but it's gonna happen at some point. And I remember that I was so tired. I was so exhausted. I was just done. Like, I wasn't even crying. I cried like twice. I still had hoped that my baby's heartbeats were gonna beat at any time, but it didn't happen. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go one more time to the hospital. I went to Miramar Hospital because I got my discharge papers from my gynecologist. I left for other reasons. I remember that I went to Miramar Hospital and they couldn't find any heartbeat. And I was like, you know what? I remember being there at 3 in the morning. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not gonna continue suffering. I'm not gonna continue traumatizing myself. I'm not gonna continue feeling so many ways. I just want to get this done and over with. I wasn't gonna take any pills. I wasn't gonna take any pills to miscarriage. To clean out everything and for the babies to just like go on its own. No, I was just gonna go to an abortion clinic and I was gonna remove them. I went to this abortion clinic and I remember that my hair lady was with me. She's the best. I love her. She honestly, like, there was, again, like, I was going through so many personal things. I was going through so many personal problems. I was having issues with my family and I was going through this situation, but I didn't care about anything else. I just cared about the 2 little fetuses growing inside of me, that their heartbeat stopped. So at that moment, I didn't care about anything else but my pregnancy. As much as I sound selfish, I didn't care about anybody else but me, but my health, about what was gonna happen to me. So I ended up going to an abortion clinic. I went to one. There's so, like, how can I put this in a way that I don't sound disrespectful towards a lot of women out there? Because I get it. If you're young, you don't want to be pregnant at such a young age. But if you know that you're having sex and you're not protecting yourself, you're gonna know the consequences, right? But again, to each their own. I don't care. There were so many young women, like ages from 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 in those clinics, and I was just like, I overheard one of them. She's like, I just want to get this over with so I can go party tonight. And I was like, oh, it's not your first time. And I remember my heart was, oh my god, I don't even want to remember that. I don't want to remember it. And I'm telling you guys this especially towards women, because it's okay to go through it. But it was a very traumatic moment, and I don't want to go through that path anymore. I don't want to talk about this anymore because I had posted my pregnancy, but I want to close this chapter of my life. I don't ever want to talk about this. Remember that I couldn't be in that clinic. I couldn't. And also I have another problem where I can have regular anesthetic because I'm allergic to lidocaine. So I need a specific one. So everything was just so complicated. Like, my mom was just mentally exhausted and emotionally exhausted. She wasn't there with me either. I was just there with my husband. I ended up looking for another abortion clinic. The abortion clinic was like, the girl was telling me, we can't do the abortion to you right now. Like, it's illegal. We're gonna have to plan it out. We gave them like $2,000 for them to do my abortion. And the next day, which was a Saturday, I woke up and I remember that I was so tired that I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get through it. I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna heal. And we'll just see what happens after this is done. I did my abortion. The babies weren't moving. Supposedly they told me that the babies weren't moving. And I remember that I was feeling like shit. I woke up crying so much. My husband was crying. My mom was crying. And I was like, okay, it's done. I don't have to suffer anymore. Now, because I don't want to continue, I don't want to get emotional, and I don't want to, like, my throat is already getting tight. Women out there, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to go through this. I know it's heartbreaking. I know it's tough. I know it sucks. I know you blame yourself. I know you blame your body. It's okay. These things happen. It's okay. Don't worry. It's not your first or your last pregnancy. Give your body some time, let it rest, and when you're done, and when you think that you're ready, go ahead and start making babies. But it's okay. These situations happen. A lot of people should normalize this and talk about this, but it's okay. It happens. God only knows why he prevents us from going through this pregnancy, because maybe the kids were gonna come out with problems. You were gonna suffer. Your child was gonna suffer. Your family was gonna suffer with you. Your husband, your partner, whoever it is gonna suffer with you. It's okay. It's happened. You just gotta move forward. Remember that God gave me the biggest strength of life. He gave me the strength to move forward and to get through this. I am so proud of myself, because I think life has thrown, not life, but I think mostly God and life at the same time, they have thrown me so many obstacles on my way. So many shitty situations, so many tough things that I have gone through, and I've gone through it all. And I think because I went through those situations, I got through them, and it made me 100 times stronger. So each situation that you go through in your life makes you stronger and stronger, and I think it's gonna help me. Personally, it helps me. You know why? Because the day that I become a mother, I know that I'm going to be such a strong mother for them, for whatever happens to them, because I know that they're going to go through things also, and I need to be stronger, to help them out. And yeah, these things, they happen. There's no explanation. I tried looking and searching and looking for answers everywhere. There's no answer. There's no explanation as to why these things happen. They just do. And it is what it is. We just gotta move forward. And I know that God is hearing me right now. God, you're hearing me? He's going to give me kids. And I'm going to be the best mom out there. I'm gonna make mistakes along the way with my children, and I'm not perfect. I'm a human. I make mistakes each and every day, and I learn from them and I grow from them, and it is what it is. There's nothing else we can do about it. I felt also like I disappointed a lot of people. Like I disappointed my husband. I felt like he was gonna leave me, and he's like, I'm not going anywhere. We went through this. I was gonna be a dad, and we went through this together, and we're gonna walk along the way, and whatever happens happens. And that made me feel so good. You know why? Because I was like, this is the man that I want to marry. That is the main reason why we got married. We went through that situation and we were like, you know what, I think like we've been through enough to know that our relationship is so strong, and it's stronger than ever, and nobody and nothing can break it. So we ended up getting married, and it's been a process, but everything's been great, and I'm happy, and my life has been pretty much good. And that's pretty much the story about my miscarriage. I hope that it helps a lot of women out there. I know that a lot of women are going through that right now or went through it, and I just want to give you women out there some type of comfort that it's okay. Guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna start making more YouTube videos for sure. I miss it so much. Let me tell you guys, I miss it with all my heart. Oh my god, I miss editing. I'm gonna feel so weird editing this video because I was mumbling a lot and there's some words that I want to cut out, but I feel great. I feel period, bro, period. We did it. I did this video. Oh my god, I was so nervous. Alright guys, I hope that you enjoyed my video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your cousins, tell your aunts, tell your mamas, tell your daddies, tell your baby daddies, tell your baby mamas out there to subscribe to my YouTube video. Okay, bye. Love you guys.